Hello everyone. So in this video, we're going to continue on with classes in Python. So last time we had discussed how to create a class, which was a recipe. So if you're looking at the left here, uh, basically what I did was I had changed a little bit of the existing code. So I made it a little bit more generic. Um, and I had got rid of the quantities, right? The quantities of what goes into the recipe. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple things. So we're going to do add an ingredient, delete an ingredient, add a review, and get the average review, right? And then the print function is just going to print out the ingredients that we have so far. So yeah, so let's get started. So first we're going to do is go back here. We're going to do define, we're going to do a function, we're going to do add ingredient. Self, and then we'll call it ing. And then all we need to do basically is do self.ingredients dot append. And then we'll do ing. This one's a pretty simple one, right? Right. And then, so this is our add function. So what happens if we want to delete an ingredient too? So delete ingredient self, so same self and ingredient. We're gonna go to, basically what we're gonna do is there's just a remove function. So you just make it pretty simple. You just do this self dot remove. Oh, actually we go ingredients dot remove ing, right? So there's add, delete, right? So you can remove the ingredients that way. What's important here is that you have to get the spelling correct, make sure there's no spaces or anything like that, or misspelling in the ingredient, right? So let's go on. We're gonna do reviews. So say like you can review your I made this recipe and I want to rate it from 1 to 5 stars, right? So we'll do add review self and then stars. We'll call it stars, right? And then we'll do self dot reviews dot append stars, right? Now what we're going to do is delete review. This one's a little bit more, not delete, average review. Self, right, and we're not going to call it, there's no parameters in here, right? So basically what we're going to do is we're going to loop through, and we'll see we have defined this total here and average. So those are the two variables that we're going to be using for this particular function. So what we're going to do is we're going to for loop through our reviews. So like first we have to make sure, like, if the length of reviews is greater than 0, then we're gonna go and get an average out of it. So like there has to be at least one element in order to get an average. So I'm going to for loop for I in range with the length of reviews, and then we'll go to self. Oh, it's important to put in self here as well. Self reviews and then self dot reviews here too. Self equals self dot reviews. Actually, we're going to do self dot total. Self dot total plus equals self dot reviews at that particular index, right? And after the end, we can do self.total average, self.average equals self.total divided by length of self.reviews, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to we're going to print it, right? We're going to print self.average. And then what we're going to do is self.total equals 0. We're going to set it to 0 because we don't want it, if we call average review again, we don't want it to have the existing, because we had added to the total. So we're going to 0 out the total for the next, the next time you want to get the average review value. So let's get started. Yeah, so basically this is our simple, class here. So we can get started here in creating our basically an example recipe. So we'll just call it cookie or something. Cookie, that makes sense. I mean, cookie equals recipe. So we have initialized our class here. So first thing we're going to do is we'll call print. So cookie dot print ingredients, right? And then I'm going to go into the terminal here and then run it. And then so we have our eggs, flour, sugar. So those are by default, right? Our ingredients, right? So now what we can do is we can add ingredients. So basically, so add ingredients. So say we wanted to add chocolate, right? Ingredient. So we'll add in chocolate. And now we'll print, right? We'll just do a print again. Print. And then we'll run it again in our terminal here. So we have eggs, flour, sugar, and then eggs, flour, sugar, chocolate. So it was added in successfully. So let's add in. So let's do this. We'll do this in here. We'll do chocolate shaving. Not chocolate shavings. Sorry, coconut shavings. Right, and then we're gonna go and then so that's added in, right? And then say we wanted to, we decided, oh, chocolate is not good. Instead of the chocolate, definitely it's better just with the coconut shavings alone. So say you wanted to delete that particular ingredient. So let's delete chocolate, right? Make sure the spelling is correct, right? In this case, we don't have any spell check. So basically, yeah, and then we'll print again, right? We'll print it again. Print it, and we'll run this again. Here we go. So yeah, so eggs, flour, sugar, original. So eggs, flour, sugar, chocolate, and then coconut shavings, right? And then eggs, flour, sugar, coconut shavings, right? So the chocolate was removed, right? So chocolate and coconut shavings were added, and then after that, the chocolate was removed. So this is the final ingredient list, right? So now what we're gonna do is add a review, right? And so cookie dot add review. We'll add a review with let's just say 5 stars, and we'll add another review, just 3, and then maybe someone didn't like the cookies, and then so there's 3 reviews here, and then we'll get our average review here. Run it. So we're expecting 3.3 for the average. Yeah, so there's our average review. So yeah, just expanding more on a class in Python. Hope you found this helpful. Any comments, suggestions would be really helpful for me. And and another thing just to mention quickly is there's a few things that I have not been taking care of, like making sure that the average, if you have some comments, like saying that you want to put in 1 through 5 is valid number, right? Something like that, right? And maybe you prompt to the user that, hey, you need to be within this range when you add a review. Whole numbers would be good. Or, but I mean, some people might like say, oh, 4.5, it wasn't quite a 5. This cookie, could have been better. Yeah. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Bye.